It's Tuesday the 18th of June 2024. Did you know it's Alison Moyet's birthday today? So let's get week in the presence of beauty with blue skies, sunny days and great cruises. It's Cruise Deals Live. It is. It could have been tighter, Mr. P, but there you go. Never mind. We have got a busy show tonight. Welcome back, everyone. As always, let's start with your chance to win a fabulous prize on my wheel of winning. It could be the cruise. All I need you to do, as always, is text or email into the show for a chance to come and play later. This week, I want tales of your very first cruise. I'm just being nosy. When was it? How long ago? Which ship was it? Where did you go? What did you do? Tell me everything. You can email studio@cruise1st.tv or text cruise a space and your message to 60777. Make sure your name and number is on your message because I'm calling one of you later to hopefully win. Let's see what I've won myself. Oh, I've done it. I've won myself the cruise. I tell you what, that didn't happen in rehearsal, did it? In rehearsal, I won what Shirley won last week, which was an I Love Derek teddy bear. So we have got one up on that one. I've won a cruise. Well, let's see. I'll leave the wheel there and let's see if we can win it for you later in the show. So I want your first cruise stories tonight, please. And if you haven't been on one yet, when and where and when will be your first one? Do you know, I've tried to say that line so many times. If you've never been on a cruise, when will you go and where will you go? Get in touch right now. Right, let me tell you what's coming up in tonight's show. I've got exclusives, I've got cruise news, hot picks, and my special guest tonight is Jenny Lyons from Virgin Voyages, here with some lovely late deals with special bonuses with us coming up soon. If you've got any questions for Jenny about Virgin Voyages, again, get in touch live tonight. Phone lines are open right the way through until 10 o'clock on the magic number tonight, 0800 953 4701. Richard is looking after the vast team that we need on the phone lines tonight, and make sure you call if you're going for any of the offers in this show. Right, shall we crack on then? First up, lights, camera, action. It's time for this. I don't know where I was going then. I thought I'd forgotten something. Thought I needed my pencil. Got the gold jacket on tonight. Look at this. Very, very nice. Right. Okay. Showstopper for you. Tonight is a late deal with MSC. And it's a 2-week cruise off to Spain and Portugal for 14 nights. And it's going on Saturday, the 13th of July. So not too far away at all. What ship could it be when we're talking MSC sailing from Southampton? Our ship, of course, MSC Virtuosa. Here she is. We love the Virtuosa. We really do, actually. The whole of the Cruise1st TV team. So myself and Richard, who's behind all of the cameras, Mr. P. Hello, Richard.
Hello.
Oh, there you go, sir. That was enthusiastic. Mr. P, who's in the gallery, myself, Polly and Joe all went on a 3-night cruise on MSC Virtuosa and had an absolutely brilliant time. You will have an amazing time on board because you know what? There is always a party going on with MSC. You're up on the pool deck there. Remember, we're talking on this one, 13th of July. It is not far away at all. We're talking just a few weeks away, which is amazing. So there'll be a party going up on the pool deck. And that party will be daytime and nighttime as well. You might be salsa dancing during the day. You'll be doing trivia quizzes, exercises, just having fun. That's what everyone will be doing. You'll love the dining on board because it is great. You just saw the Galleria there, which is just this lovely, great kind of, it's like a promenade really, but this lovely dome that goes across the top of it, which they can project almost anything into. It's very, very clever indeed. And it's the backdrop for the parties they do. White parties, of course, they do silent discos, well, any excuse for a party on Virtuosa, and they will take it. If you want to indulge in the walking, the running, the burning off the calories, you can absolutely do that. Plenty of places and spaces to do that. If you want a rub down from the neck down, you've got the Aurea Spa, which is amazing. Massive menu of different treatments in there. If you want to be wrapped in mud, which apparently is good for you. Who knew? Or, you want to have a facial or something like that, absolutely fine. You've got Rob, who is the Starship barman, and he's a robot. Very, very good. Always does what he's told, and you can create new cocktails with him as well. You really will love this ship. The variety of it, it's a really smart ship as well, because I think people do look at MSC prices and they think, well, that must be a budget product. And the ships are absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, and brand new ships as well, which is amazing. Here's where we're going on the 13th of July. No fly. Out of Southampton, day at sea to La Coruña in Spain, in Galicia, and you can take a walking tapas and wine tour here maybe to La Pescaderia, which sounds like fish to me, I don't know. Day at sea, we go into Cadiz. Now you can take a kayak tour through the city here, or you can head to the Seville Aquarium, which is rather nice. And of course, you've got the lovely Alcazar, which is full of history and beautiful gardens as well. Nice time to see it. Then we go down to the Costa del Sol, to Malaga. Malaga's lovely. Take a trip up to Granada from here. Beautiful place. And of course, you need to see the wonderful Alhambra Palace, which is absolutely gorgeous and a must-see. Next, we go to Alicante. Doesn't it feel like everyone used to go on holiday to Alicante? It feels like a place I feel like I want to see. You can take a tour here to Santa Barbara as well, which is nearby, with a wonderful castle, or take an e-bike tour through Alicante itself. So you don't even need to pedal. Amazing. Palma de Mallorca is up next. Wonderful cathedral. Lots of people go there to visit. And you can also take a kayak here to visit the sea caves, which are nearby if you're looking for something a little bit more adventurous. Then we're off to Barcelona. Oh, Emma, I miss you. Lovely Barcelona. 1,000 things to do there. Just go and wander the city, go shopping, enjoy the wonderful street entertainers. I remember the little frog playing the piano on Las Ramblas. Absolutely brilliant. It was years ago. Next we go to Valencia. Now you can take a paella tour here, which is lovely, or you can jump on the hop-on, hop-off bus tour, which will take you right the way around the city. I once went to a Spanish restaurant called Paella d'Or, and then discovered sometimes later that that's the equivalent to like a Pizza Hut, like a really rushed, fast food version of paella. So that wasn't good. Anyway, next port, Lisbon in Portugal. That's good because it's absolutely beautiful. You'll love it there. Take the cable car through the Expo Park. And then we've got 2 days at sea and we are back into Southampton. I know you don't have it, Mr. P. I know you don't have it. I don't know why I know you don't have it, but I know you don't have it. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. There is your itinerary. And I knew, do you know what? Between me coming to you live about half an hour ago to tell you I'd be here in half an hour and us actually starting the live show, we were just chatting and chatting and chatting. We got no work done whatsoever. So what we were meant to do is take a little snapshot for the price of this cruise from the MSC website. So you're going to have to trust me, Scout's Honour. I was a Scout and a Cub. Very good one of both. Got all my knots and all sorts. On msccruises.co.uk right now, the price of this cruise is £1,029 per person. This is Cruise Deals Live. You are in the right place to make a saving on that, of course you are. So our price for the showstopper is just £899 per person. Now remember, this goes in just a few weeks' time. 25 days. So that's 3 weeks and 4 days. Nice. You'd love that, and it's a nice 2 weeks away. You've been looking for something, haven't you? Because, hello, where's summer? Hello, where's our summer? It's been permanently, I nearly said something stronger then. We are on late enough, aren't we? No, I won't say that. Anyway, this price, this is a family show, absolutely. You put your children in front of this, they'll be fine. £130 less per person than the price on the website right now at msccruises.co.uk. And all you need to do is speak to our team and quote this reference, MSC 511. And that is genuinely 14 nights, 2 weeks of full board cruising with your tips included, which is absolutely brilliant. No fly to and from Southampton. They don't care about that, Mr. P, do they? Do they? They show the football matches up on the top deck on the screen. Big deal. No, that's a good thing, apparently. I don't know, I could be less interested. Anyway, you can still watch the matches. Yay! Still watch the World Cup or whatever it is. Anyway, if you want to add drinks to this, and wouldn't you, just to have a holly jolly holiday, if you want to add premium extra drinks, you can do that for just £30 per person per day, which is about half of the regular price. But do it when you book, and you need to book this right now by calling this number here, 0800 953 4701. There are other dates for the cruise as well, 2 weeks later on the 27th of July, and there's another date for the 28th of September. If you want to check out the prices for those, again, just call that number there, 0800 953 4701. It's amazing. Oh, upgrades, that's what you're waiting for me for, isn't it, Mr. P? Let's have a look at the upgrades on board. I knew there was something I'd forgotten. So there are your prices on this date to go up to Ocean View, or indeed to go up to balcony on that particular date. So call us if you like that 2-week cruise, full board. Thank you very much. 899 in the middle of July. It's ridiculous, and you really need to jump on it as quickly as you possibly can. That's why you come to this show, you see. 0800 953 4701. Right, okay, I've told you the number enough times right now. So grab it as quickly as you can. Right, you're getting in touch already with your lovely, lovely comments. I want to know about your first cruise. You know what, my idea on this is, I'm just being nosy. I wanted to see how far back you started cruising and when you went. Hi Derek, our first cruise was with P&O almost 20 years ago. We sailed around the Med and the entertainment was Herman's Hermits. Loved cruising ever since, says Angela Hermits. I got a feeling something's fine. Is that them? I've got something special on my mind. I think that's them. Richard from the Isle of Wight said, my first cruise was on a river cruise down the Rhine. Brilliant. Love to do a river cruise. No name, but their first cruise was on Ocean Village to the Caribbean 2004 for your 25th wedding anniversary. Carla went around the Eastern Med on Norwegian Jade. Brilliant cruise and won £1,000 in the casino. September 2016. I have to say that very dour way. I cannot promote casinos in any way on any cruise ships. Please gamble responsibly. One at a time. Yeah, $1 at a time. Stop it. Anyway, a cruise every year since. Last one on Virgin, says Carla. Brilliant. Well, we're talking Virgin in just a couple of moments, actually. Hi, Derek. I've just booked my first cruise to the Canaries next April with MSC. So excited. Thanks for a great show. You inspired me to book. Thanks, Catherine. Catherine, thank you. Our job here is done. Good night. No, I wouldn't do that to you. We're live. What would happen? You'd just be looking at that, wouldn't you? You'd just be looking at that wall for an hour, and I couldn't have that, could I? One more very quickly. Emma says, I've just been on my very first cruise. It was amazing. 23 days in total. We booked through Cruise1st and we're so impressed. Can't wait to go again. From Emma in Chorley in Lancashire even, where I used to live. You think I'd know the name of the county by now. Right, remember, I'm looking for your first cruise stories. Where was it? When was it? Tell me everything, and make sure your name and number are on the message, because I could be calling you later to spin my wheel. Now, remember, before I move on, before we move on, I just want to, this cruise, the showstopper, Mr. P has just done it. He said he had it prepared. He's just done it while I was doing the comments. There you go. That's the price on the MSC website for the showstopper cruise right now. So it's £130 less per person booking with us. But do it tonight. Do it tonight. 0800 953 4701. If you're interested in that, if you've got anybody else that's interested in that, friends, family you want to recommend it to, give them a call right now. We are live on our website, so if they haven't got Sky, no problem. You can watch this show on our website as well, cruise1st.tv. Right, okay, so first cruise stories, that's what I want you to email and text in about right now. In fact, let's go and meet my guest for tonight. And I'm going to ask her about her first cruise as well. Jenny Lyons is with us from Virgin Voyages. Now, Jenny, welcome, first of all. It's been ages since I've seen you.
Yes,
it's been years, in fact, hasn't it?
Couple, definitely
yes,
a couple.
I think so. Now, listen, take your Virgin hat off for a second and tell me about the very first cruise you went on.
Going to show my age.
Go on.
I was working in a travel agency at the time, and I was lucky enough to be sent on a familiarisation trip on P&O Cruises Canberra.
Oh, that was some time ago then.
1993.
Awesome. Was it lovely?
Looking back, the ship wasn't anywhere near the standard of ships today.
Yeah.
But I did fall in love with the feeling of being at sea. Yeah. I loved it right from word go. And it was quite rocky at the time as well, through the Bay of Biscay in October. But the whole thing about being at sea, I love going to different ports. I love the food. I love the atmosphere of it. So, yeah. And it was free, it helped, didn't it? It did. Right. And then after that, I sort of went on quite a lot of our family holidays were cruising, yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
In fact, we did it every year.
You just get into it, don't you? Can I get you to put your Virgin hat back on now?
100% on.
We could be all the way through till 9 o'clock with that conversation. I just know it. So, Virgin Voyages, we love Virgin Voyages. They've come an awful long way, of course, since their launch in 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember going on Scarlet Lady, actually when she arrived in Liverpool and looking around, and things have just gone from strength to strength now. We're now up to ship number 3, aren't we, so far?
3 that are sailing.
3 sailing and another one due next year.
Yes, next September. Brilliant Lady, the 4th ship in the 4th lady ship in the fleet.
And that's booking already.
It is.
Yeah, lots of offers. We've done lots of offers on Brilliant Lady so far. It's great. You're going to love life on board a Virgin Voyage. If you've not given it a chance yet so far, then you absolutely should, because there's so much going on. In fact, there's a few cruises over the summer, isn't there, where you can actually cruise with Sir Richard Branson himself.
Sir Richard Branson, yes. So there are 3 celebration voyages to celebrate the fact that we've got now 4 ships that are about to sail, and he's joining the 3 ships that are sailing for a short period of time at the beginning of the voyage. So very, very exciting.
And Boy George is going to be on.
He is.
One of the Virgin Galactic astronauts is going to be on.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah, lots and lots of things going on board those voyages. But so really exciting. Really exciting.
We've got those offers for sale as well, actually, because there are still places available. There are 3 cruises. If you want to know anything about them, just talk to our team right now. You've got the magic number there, 0800 953 4701. I could chat to Jenny all night long, let me tell you. She's fascinating. But let's take our first cruise tonight with Jenny, and it's coming up soon, actually. Just the name of this cruise is absolutely wonderful. It's called French Days and Ibiza Nights. And actually, if you think of the rotten weather we've had so far this year in our so-called summer, this is just what we need. It's 7 nights. It goes on the 18th of August, and we're flying out to meet Scarlet Lady, which is the first of Virgin ships, out in Barcelona. So let's go and have a look around Scarlet Lady. Where do we start? Should we take the chronology of a day? Let's start in the morning, because what I noticed about Virgin is that your offering for breakfast is far from one buffet.
No, definitely not.
Tell me.
So breakfast you can either have in your cabin. So we've got great food that you can have delivered to your cabin, or you can go to the galley, which is our cafe. Everything's made to order though. You order from a menu and it's brought to you.
I saw things like breakfast burritos.
Yes, indeed, breakfast burritos. My personal favourite is going to the Wake for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
So the Wake is our steak and seafood restaurant, but you can go for breakfast and brunch there, and you can have steak and eggs, you can have eggs Benedict, pastries, but it's a lovely experience. You have a nice little glass of champagne with your breakfast if you so choose.
Wow, why not?
Or
nobody's driving, are they, apart from your captain?
Or you can go to Razzle Dazzle as well, which is another one of our speciality restaurants, all included in the fare. And so there's loads of things that you can do. And
this is what people love about Virgin, because every cruise line, we talk about this all the time, every cruise line when it comes along needs to do something different, needs to be distinctive. Virgin, of course, if it was bringing out a cruise line, had to be very, very different, had to have the Virgin stamp on it. And actually on board, it's the fact that there is food as far as the eye can see, isn't there? And it's all freshly made, and there's a massive choice, and it's also free and easy. No one's on the clock.
No, you can have a table for 2 or whatever time you like. Each restaurant's got its own galley, its own restaurant manager, so everything. It helps with the waste as well. You're not sort of preparing food for people that aren't going to eat it. So yes, it's a real, I think going to one of our restaurants in the evening is a real experience.
It's amazing. I can't believe we're about to run out of videotape about on this time, on this bit of the ship, and we've only got to breakfast. We'll have to talk, we're coming back to talk more later, and then we'll have to get slightly later in the day, because I want to talk about what happens during the night as well, because it can be really good. And then you'll understand why brunch is such a big thing on one of these ships as well, because you're going to have some late nights. You're going to love it though. So we're flying you out to Barcelona on the 18th of August. It is really not long, it's just weeks away. And then we've got a 7-night cruise and you'll love it. Now I'm going to take you through some of the excursions in the ports you can go to as well. So in Marseille, you can take a shore thing, an excursion to Avignon, and visit a wine estate for some tasting there, which would be, well, Why not?
Why not?
Why not? When in Marseille. Next, we're off to Cannes. You can take a tour to the Absinthe Museum here, which is in Antibes, which is just down the coast a little bit. Or you can head down to Monaco with your flash sunglasses and your big flashy hat. That's what I can see right now. You promenading. Day at sea, and we're in Palma de Mallorca. You can take a sailboat into the sunset here on a shore thing, where you get that kind of below deck yacht experience in Palma, which sounds really good. That would be the excursion that I would want to do. Then we've got our Ibiza overnight, which I think is brilliant. It means you're there for 2 full days, and of course, crucially, the night. So if you want to do
Friday night too.
Okay, so Friday night in Ibiza. So if you want to go large, is that the live it large? Is that what they say? I don't know. If you want to do all of that, get your glow sticks out and do all of that, you can do that. You don't have to. You can go into the old town and go to a quiet restaurant, couldn't you, if you wanted
so to. I personally, when you arrive into Ibiza, it's about 6 o'clock on the Friday evening.
Yeah.
We run a shuttle bus that takes you right into the centre of town. You can maybe go to a rooftop bar and have some lovely cocktails. You can mooch around the shops. You can have something to eat if you want to. Or you can do what my children did and went to see Calvin Harris.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because all the star DJs do their turns out there, don't they? And listen, I suppose you could almost, on the ship, you can almost roll in wherever you like, can't you? I said that quite the wrong way. You know, I'm not the kind of person that rolls in at 4 a.m. Never, ever been known. In all of my 50 years, it's never been known. But, well, yeah, it's the Cruise1st summer party next Friday night. Well, it's my first time at a Cruise1st party. So it could be a rolling in at 4 a.m. kind of night. Who knows? Anyway, back to this. You finish the cruise back in Barcelona, we fly you back to the UK. Do you like the sound of this? I just think it's really, really nice to do something different. You know, throw off the cloak of convention and just have fun. And I have to tell you, a Virgin voyage is not, we are not talking Club 1830 at sea. We are talking all shapes, all sizes, all ages. I'm telling you now. It's brilliant because lots of people got to try Virgin Voyages when she did staycations in the UK. The reputation is rippling out and people of all ages are absolutely having a ball. It's adults only on board as well. So if that's your thing, it's kind of like a grown-ups playground really, isn't it? So this offer, flights to and from Barcelona and your 7-night cruise. I haven't even talked to you about what's included on the cruise. All of your dining is included. You've got Wi-Fi included, you've got soft drinks included, fitness classes and umpteen other things that are part of your cruise fare. And you are cruising to France and Spain and that overnight in Ibiza, which is making me smile because I just know you're going to have a brilliant night, whatever you do. Whatever you do, and you can roll in at whatever time you like, which is brilliant. What time does the ship leave the next day?
6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, okay, so you've got quite a late pass there. It would be absolutely fine. Okay, let's show you your price tag then for this, because I'm getting too giddy. It's here at $999 per person. I tell you what, this will be a week you will not forget. And actually, when you look at that price tag, if I divvied up and valued all the things that you are not paying for on this holiday, oh my word, you would not believe the value that is wrapped up there. But we've got an even better offer as well, because on this one, for just £99 more, we go to the next upgrade, which is a sea view, which is an ocean view. Virgin call their cabins something slightly different, so they call an ocean view a sea view. If you upgrade to your sea view at £99 more, we'll upgrade you again to a sea terrace. And you know what that means? We're opening the doors. And out on that balcony, by the way, it's not table and chairs. Well, there is table and chairs there, but there's a swinging red hammock for when you roll in at 4 in the morning. Amazing. So for an ocean view upgrade price, we upgrade you to a balcony. Let's have a look at those details, confirm them on screen as well. So there you go. £99 ocean view upgrade price, and thank you so much, Jenny, for that as well, because that is amazing. It really is, because that should be so much more to go up to balcony as well. But we want you to enjoy the best of everything. So if you want to know more, VV, that's for Virgin Voyages, everyone. Great way of doing that. VV168 is what you need to quote to our team right now on the magic number. Call for all the deals tonight. Just call 0800 953 4701 is the magic number. Remember, if you're watching us on YouTube or on Sky, you can pause us if you like. go and make the call and then unpause us again. Jenny, I've got some questions for you from our viewers. They've been flooding in. Jane says she's booked on a med voyage with Virgin for this September, and she wants to know how many Scarlet nights she needs to prepare for on her 7-night cruise, because you don't do white nights.
No.
Virgin Colours is Scarlet, so why not do it Scarlet? So how many on a 7-night cruise?
On a 7-night sailing there is one, and it's on the Thursday night. So what is perfect about that is you have Scarlet night, which can be a late night if you choose to party. We've got our famous pool party if you choose to party. And
yes, please.
The next day we're sailing all day to arrive into Ibiza.
Oh.
So it's a lovely, relaxing day on a Friday.
So you're recovering from one party to start another?
Possibly.
And you also do PJ parties as well, don't you?
We do. On the first night they are, so take some pyjamas.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Or a nightie or whatever.
Or a onesie or something like that.
Yeah.
Do your tiger onesie or something like that. That'd be good.
Might be a bit hot.
That's true. That's true.
Only a thin one.
Okay, all right, sounds all right. Okay, one more. Stephen is emailed to ask whether there are comedy performers and karaoke on board with Virgin.
Yes, so we've got a show called The Misbehaving Show, which is hilariously funny. I've seen it a few times, but it's quite ad-lib with the audience, so it's different and funny each time you watch it.
And karaoke?
Yes, we've got karaoke in the social club. I've got hair in my face. Or we've also got karaoke booths as well, which you can hire out. Well, not hire out, you don't pay, you just book them, and you and your friends can go in and
drown songs
together,
without everyone else having to suffer. Jenny, thank you. I'm back with you later for more naughtiness from Virgin. It's going to be fantastic. I love it. But we've got to catch up with the cruise news now. Royal Caribbean is setting off on the world's biggest weekend as their newest ship starts 2 years of cruises to its perfect day at Coco Cay Bahamas Resort. The Oasis Plus class Utopia of the Sea starts sailing in July, promising even the keenest royal sailors something new to enjoy. The ship features 8 different neighbourhoods, the longest dry slide at sea, and a unique new dining concept called Royal Railway Utopia Station in a train carriage setting, promising to take taste buds on a 5-course journey around the world. The Alaskan port of Juneau has agreed with leading cruise lines to introduce limits to passenger numbers. The draft agreement, yet to be given a start date, will help the locals in the port improve infrastructure and reduce delays in the town on busy weekends. It comes amid reports that the Greek Prime Minister is looking at measures to limit the number of cruise ships into popular ports such as Santorini and Mykonos as visitor numbers increase. The measures could be implemented as early as next year. And the moral of that story is get those cruises booked right now, soon as possible, before it all happens. It'll be fine though. It'll be fine. We'll sort you all out. Right, let's do some hot picks then, shall we? Let's see if the magic screen is working. Here's the first one then. No-fly French and Spanish delights with MSC. That's MSC 509. 7 nights, goes on the 5th of July, the day after the 4th of July. And that's from 6-9. Anything happening on the 4th of July? Oh, that's next year. Next year. Sorry, Mr. P, yes. 699 PP, which is good. So that's MSC 509. Next one. Well, hey, brilliant work. PC 541 is a no-fly North America. This is for the 15th of September this year. 31 nights on that one. And that's a Sky Princess cruise as well. To and from Southampton, 2279. So that's PC 541. Next one. Oh, come on. Oh, maybe it's my nails tapping. CCL 11188 is Barcelona to Florida with a Miami stay. This has got 3 nights in Miami, 18 nights in all, 16th of March next year. Carnival Spirit Cruise 1799, and that is Ocean View, that price as well. Oh yes, it is free Ocean View upgrade. Yes, I have that written down and everything. Right, next one. NCL 342, so that's Norwegian, and that's for the 16th of August. My dad's 85th birthday this year. Happy birthday, Daddy, for the 16th of August if you're watching. All-inclusive Greece, Italy, France and Malta for 11 nights on the Norwegian Epic 1599. That has a night in Rome and it's all-inclusive on the cruise with drinks, Wi-Fi, shore excursion credit and a night of speciality dining. And the final one? Room for another one down here. There we go. Celebrity off to the South Pacific with an Auckland stay. This is for the 1st of February next year. 19 nights in all. We got 4 nights in Auckland and we get drinks and Wi-Fi on the cruise. 2999 CEL 304. We just put all the references down on this one and you can watch back later, and then if any of them are interested, you're interested in any of them, you just give our team a call on that magic number there. We're here through until 10 o'clock tonight, so you can do it after the show if you want to. 0800 953 4701. Right, let's go back to your comments, and I'm asking you tonight about your very first cruise. I really want to know how far back it was, that's why. Carl says, first cruise will be with Derek in the Caribbean in November. Can't wait to step foot on my first cruise. And, of course, drink one at a time responsibly. Absolutely. Look forward to seeing you, Carl. Went to France and Spain last October on the MSC Virtuosa All-Inclusive. Had a great time, says Linda. Linda, thank you very much. Hello, Derek. It's Rita from Lincoln here. My first was Freedom of the Seas with Royal Caribbean to the Caribbean. 25th wedding anniversary and our daughter's 21st birthday. We've now done 37 cruises so far and looking forward to another 37. Great show, watch every week. Thank you so much, Rita, very kind. Christine and Fiona says first one was 2022 on Anthem, 14-night med cruise from Southampton. Was worried as Fiona can get seasick on a duck pond, but everything was great and we had such a great time. We were instantly hooked and we've just booked our 4th cruise. Loving the live shows, even missing the footy to watch you. Yes, now that is a result. That's the biggest result of the Euros for me. Someone has ditched the football for us. Amazing. Julie and Ian have just booked the showstopper. Congratulations, I've just heard. Booked it with Victoria. Fantastic. Well done. Good news. Well done for getting in so early on that one as well. Brilliant. Eddie says our first cruise was with the Morella Discovery in February for 14-day Caribbean cruise, and we've now been on 2 more since, and we're just booking a Virgin one now. There you go, you see. We get all the people, all the top players here from the cruise line, as you know. One more comment. Ashley says, my first cruise, 2019, it was 19 nights on the Emerald Princess from LA to Hawaii. Had the most amazing time. And that was us completely hooked. And we've done about 10 cruises since. And all booked through yourselves with the lovely Michelle. Our next one is in a few months, and it's New York to Quebec on the Norwegian Joy. We'll have a wonderful time. I'm so glad that so many of you have got into cruising. Do you know what? I'm really, really glad that lots of you, as a result of this channel, because we try and just say as it is, have tried cruising for the first time and discovered that you've really loved it and had many, many more. I can go home a happy man tonight. Right, okay, it's your last chance now to get your comments in. I just want to know, when was your first cruise? Where did you go? What did you do? Tell me now. Text cruise and a message to 60777. Make sure you name a number on that, because I need your number, because I need it to call someone in about 10 minutes time to play. Or you can email studio@cruise1st.tv. Make sure you do not leave before the end of the show, because I've got some big news at the end of the show as well. It's kind of bittersweet, but we'll get there. Next though, our exclusive deal for this show. You know we always bring you one that's totally exclusive to us and no one else can do this. So we've got a Rome to Dubai cruise on Voyager of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. It's the 3rd of November next year, and we're going to fly you over to Rome to meet Voyager of the Seas. And here she is with Royal Caribbean. Now, in Royal Caribbean terms, because of course Royal Caribbean have the biggest ships in the world right now, this is kind of somewhere in the middle, 3,500 passengers. So it's somewhere in the middle. Lots of new and recent features on board. You will love her. Great for families, of course. And actually, of course, as we know, November is a fabulous time to get away from the UK and go and do something a bit sunnier. And remember, we're starting this cruise in Rome. We're cruising through Italy, Greece, through the Suez Canal, through to ultimately an overnight in Dubai, which is wonderful, before we fly back, which is incredible. It would be a really, really nice holiday. This is another one of those cruises, by the way, because ultimately Voyager is doing this cruise. I think I'm right in saying, Mr. P, it's this cruise that then goes on to Brisbane in Australia eventually. And you can do the whole 40 nights, I think it is. 43 is it? Yeah, because we have a couple of nights in Brisbane as well, don't we? So you do a 40-night cruise from Rome to Brisbane and then do a couple of nights in Brisbane and fly back. We've got that as an offer as well. Of course we have. We've got everything. I don't know how our team keep up with it, quite frankly. This is the kind of cuisine, this is the kind of fun you'll have with Royal Caribbean on board this cruise. So let's talk about where you are going. and go through all the ports for you. So this is the 3rd of November next year. We fly you to Rome. You join the ship straight away. You can have a couple of nights there if you want to. Talk to the team. We can add that. And here is where we're going. Naples first. Historic Centre, UNESCO, of course. So very, very treasured, very beautiful, very unspoilt as well. And yeah, just a really, really lovely place to be. You're near Pompeii there as well if you want to go and visit. Day at sea, and we're in the port to Athens, steeped in history. In fact, I was filming some shows with Polly today, who's looking after all your comments for them and for you and sending them through to me. And we were talking about just how nice it is as a grown-up to drink in history and actually be there. And it's sunny abroad. That's the biggest turn on for me. It's sunny and abroad. Next up, we have got your full transit of the Suez Canal, and then we arrive in Aqaba in Jordan, tours to Petra here, and the Wadi Araba Desert. Aqaba Castle is quite good, and there's the marine park as well. I say it's quite good, Aqaba Castle. I've never been, but it looks absolutely lovely. I've seen videos. Then we take 5 days at sea and we end in Dubai, but we're staying here for an overnight. So rather than checking into a 5-star hotel for $3,000 a night, we've got an extra night on the cruise ship. So you can enjoy lovely Dubai. Take a desert safari here, go and see the Global Village, which is on in Dubai then, and go and explore the wonderful shopping malls. I can't say that you're not going to need an extra case for the flight back to the UK. That's just the way it goes when you're in Dubai. But how wonderful to see all of that. And this is for November next year, remember. So there's your itinerary. Your flight out to Rome, your wonderful cruise on Voyager of the Seas for 2 fabulous weeks. And you're cruising to Naples, Greece, through the Suez Canal, up to Jordan, and on to Dubai for your overnight there, and then your flight back to the UK. Now, we have exclusive rates with Royal Caribbean on this cruise. Deposit today is £199 each, and here is the price, if you would roll the numbers, Mr. P, thank you very much. 2099 per person, which is a pretty good deal. This is the number that you need, or the reference that you need. Just tell it to our team. Tell it to our team. Tell it to our team. That doesn't sound right. Just quote it to our team. That's it, not tell it. Honestly, come on, Derek, you weren't dragged up. I was born in Kent. RC556 is the TV reference number, and then just call the magic number there, 0800 953 4701. Do you know what? I was just thinking about my school days the other day. I was just thinking if any of my teachers from years ago would watch it now. I don't know if they've been long retired. Yes, they would be long retired. Thank you for that, Mr. P. Yes, but if they ever tuned in, I mean, was that kid that used to sit at the back and blow pieces of chewed up paper through a straw at the board? I used to do all of that. I was a comedian at school, completely and utterly. I don't know where that went. Yeah, I don't know. I lost it somewhere along the way. Anyway, listen, upgrade prices. Let's look at those. Back on the subject. Here's the upgrade prices. £99 more to go up to your ocean view. £199 to go to your balcony. On that one, you've got the suite price as well. And listen, if you can go for a suite, amazing. I only get to look around the suites. If I ever go filming on a cruise ship, I get to look around the suites, and they say, right, okay, you've got 5 minutes, and then off you go. Back down to the engine room with me. 0800 953 4701 if you're interested in that one. Right, back to your comments about your first cruises. Jack says, I was 8 on my first cruise with my grandma to Norway. And I won £400 playing bingo, but my grandma used it for her bar bill. I'm pretty sure that at 8 years old, I'm not sure that actually the rules of gambling allow you to win that kind of money. So I think Grandma might have won it, maybe. Charlie says, evening, Derek. First cruise 2018, Morella celebration around the Caribbean. Please stop the showstopper, as after last week's show, we booked the MSC Virtuosa offer. Now might have to sing All Right Now in the TV lounge. Do it, do it, do it, Charlie. Vivian says, our first cruise was P&O to the Mediterranean. P&O Cruises, if you don't mind, to the Mediterranean last else. Yeah, we get into terrible trouble if we don't say cruises after it, so as not to confuse it with the other company. We loved it so much we booked 4 more. We're being so cheeky tonight. Just got back from Alaska with Princess. Tony and Lorraine went to the Norwegian fjords in 2014 on Celebrity Eclipse for their first cruise for their 5th wedding anniversary, and they were hooked. Right, more of your comments coming up a little bit later on right now. In the meantime, make sure you've got in touch for your chance to play Spin and Win, because we're playing in how many minutes? About 10 minutes time. So make sure that you are there and you've got an entry in. And listen, I'll read all of the messages anyway, even when we finish the show, just because I'm fascinated and I'm so nosy. Aren't I, Jenny Lyons from Virgin Voyages?
Well, I'm quite enticed by listening to that as well. It makes me smile.
It's great. It's great to hear people. This is what I love. I love the chance to talk to our viewers about the cruises that they've done as well, because it's such a joyous thing. We don't just sit here and, you know, trot out selling holidays. That's not what we do. We take an interest and we want to know, you know, all there is to know.
What's quite interesting is everybody says, I book another and another. Yeah. There's not many people that are one and done, is it? That do it again and again.
And listen, if you are one of those people, if maybe you're still watching this show right now, but you went on one cruise and then absolutely hated it, then feel free to message. I'll read that message out in the same way, but I'm not getting them. I'm not surprised. Right, I've got some more questions for you, Jenny. Marina says, well, it's a comment more actually. She says, I've always cruised with another cruise line for many years. Took a taster cruise with Virgin last year from Portsmouth. Now a massive fan of Virgin. Can't wait for my next Virgin voyage in November to the Caribbean and to visit Bimini Beach, which you've been to, haven't you?
Yes, I have. So, yes, I was lucky enough to visit Bimini. So I did a short 4-night sailing from Miami, and one of the ports is our Bimini Beach Club, and it was a beautiful day.
And it's exclusive to Virgin, right?
Yes. Yes, we have exclusive use of the beach club, yes.
And what goes on there?
So you arrive and everything that's basically on the ship, so everything like your soft drinks are all included at Bimini Beach in the same way that they are.
Yeah.
But there's kayaks, there's cabanas that you can hire. We have a barbecue there, so there's loads of water sports. Then in the afternoon there's a pool party.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sort of not as big a pool party as Scarlet Night, but there's definitely sort of a real fun atmosphere around the pool. Yeah. And yeah, it's just a really good day. And then towards the end of the day, there's sort of everything sort of calms down a little bit, and there's little beach fires going on, and it's lovely.
So you go late if your cruise calls in there, you leave late.
Yeah, it's quite late night.
Fantastic. Yeah. David has got, and quite a few people have been in touch with this one actually. What's the tipping policy on Virgin?
So there's no tipping at all. It's included in the cost. We pay our crew a fair wage to sort of give great service, and I do think it makes a difference to the service. Yeah. So you don't have to think about it. You don't prepay it. You don't think about, do I put a bit in an envelope at the end? It's just done. Yeah. You don't even have to think about it.
And I think for Brits that's so important. And actually,
it's all a bit awkward, isn't it? Sometimes?
Yeah. Well, and also the Brits do have a bit of a reputation, I have to say, around the world, as not being quite so generous as the Americans. There we go. No offence, anyone. I don't mean anyone. I'm not pointing in anyone's direction at all. But in America, it's expected. It's a given, isn't it? Yeah. But in the UK, we're not necessarily as used to it. And even if we are, not at quite the rates that is expected in the States. Anyway, before I get myself into any more trouble, let's go on our next Virgin voyage. We're going to the Irresistible Med here. This is another offer coming up soon, 25th of August, for a week of sheer bliss. And we're flying over to Barcelona once more to meet Scarlet Lady. Right, okay, we covered breakfast before, and actually we veered into brunch as well. So let's talk about the evening, because I want to home in on entertainment, because actually I don't want people thinking, you know, like it's one traditional theatre and the traditional entertainment offering, because it's very different on Virgin, isn't it?
There's lots of live music, so lots of the bars have live music, because I think Virgin is, well, its roots are in music. So there's
energy, isn't it?
Yes, loads of music. But our theatre, we call it the Red Room, and it's a transformational theatre. So the stage is either a traditional stage with the seats, you know, when you all look up at the stage, or you can have the stage in the middle and seats either side.
Yeah, it's really clever.
Or you can have no stage at all.
Yeah.
and just everything going on around you. So the shows are very, very different. If you choose to go to one, I mean, I do think there's a couple that I think are a must-see, and I think you should go and experience those because they'll leave you talking about it for ages.
Tell me about one of them on Scarlet Lady. Give me a hint of one of the shows on Scarlet Lady. Dual
Reality is, I can watch that again and again, and I just think the artists are so talented. It's a modern day Romeo and Juliet, acrobatic Cirque du Soleil. There's lots of audience participation, and it's just breathtaking.
And of course, in the evening, the Manor, the nightclub, it's the talking point. Actually, just I remember on Scarlet Lady, just the walkway. In fact, actually, I think on the day that I went, we couldn't go into the actual nightclub itself, but we were in the entrance and we were all there, and we were like, oh gosh. This is like red carpet stuff. It's
an incredible nightclub. The entrance, everybody that goes on board always has a photograph in the entrance into the Manor. It's crystal studded. It's almost a bit, sometimes when you walk down you think, oh, where, because it's mirrored and you...
It's like going to the Oscars.
Yes, it is.
It's really bizarre. It's lovely. And then that nightclub obviously is going to be very, very lively indeed. Yes,
we do shows in there too as well. We do a bit of a supper show and things as well that people can go and do. So yeah. Very,
very nice. Look at that. We've covered almost the whole day there. The only thing we haven't talked about yet is the shopping, and I might come back to the shopping if we've got time. But as you know, we've never got time for anything. So we've got 7-night cruise, and we're going out of Barcelona. First port on this one is Toulon, of course, which is in lovely France. You can take a shore thing excursion here to see Saint-Tropez by land and by sea. Our next port after Toulon in gorgeous south of France is very interesting indeed, because it is Carrara in Italy. Now this is where the big marble mountain is, and you can go there by jeep and go and see how the Romans created their statues back out in the day with the most beautiful shining sparkling white marble. It's incredible. Day at sea, and we're in Corsica in Ajaccio. You can take a local artisans trio tour here, so you can go to a honey farm, an essential oils distillery and a vineyard all on one tour, which looks really, really good, especially the vineyard, and that's the third call, which is wonderful. Then we've got our overnight in Ibiza again. We're back here in Ibiza, living it large again. There is a tour here as well where you can go to an Ibiza beach club if you want to, or you can head to the real old traditional markets in, is it Las Dalias? I think it is, where you can, it's like sort of stepping back in time, which sounds rather nice. And then we come back into Barcelona for the flight back to the UK. You're going to love this. You are going to absolutely love this, because actually, you know what, in any of these ports, you don't have to get off the ship, you don't have to take an excursion, you could just stay on board the ship and have it to yourself while everybody goes off exploring and whatever. You will love the fact that you can spend some time in Ibiza though, which is incredible, whether you want to go, you know, oldie worldy and go and look for antiques or whatever, or you want to go and do the rolling in at 4 in the morning. It's completely up to you. And that's a great thing, if you're travelling with lots of friends or family, some can go that way, some can go that way. It's brilliant. It's not, and you know where the ship is, the ship doesn't move, you just all come back to it at some stage when you're ready. Right, back end of August, flights to and from Barcelona and your 7-night full board and way beyond full board cruise on Scarlet Lady around the Med. And here is your price tag. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All of your dining on board, which is pretty much, well, it is 24 hours a day dining, because if there isn't a restaurant open at that particular moment in time, you just ring. You just ring for room service and you just have it sent to you. And actually, you know what, you'll have such a fabulous time with Virgin. We've got another amazing offer on this one as well. Again, with this one, £99 more. You go for the upgrade to the ocean view, we'll upgrade you to the balcony, or as Virgin call it, the sea terrace, because it has a red hammock on it as well. And this is what I need to ask. Actually, let's go to the upgrades first, because that hammock, can 2 people get in the hammock, or is it a hammock for one?
It's a hammock for one.
It's a hammock for one.
You have to fight over it.
Okay, but that's so that the other person can help you in and out as well, I guess, isn't it? Because that's quite an art, isn't it, getting in and out of a hammock?
Once you get the knack, it's actually quite straightforward.
Oh, is it?
And it's very, very comfortable. More, because I used to look at it and think, I bet that's not that comfortable. It is incredibly comfortable. And that's what I mean, you have to fight over it, because once you're in it, you don't want to get out.
Does it leave you with lines on your legs, though, that looks like you've just worn fishnet stockings?
maybe.
Maybe. Can you take a video of that next time you do it, please? That would be absolutely wonderful. I can't believe, honestly, it's ridiculous. There are other dates on that offer as well, on that cruise that run from now through to September. Oh yes, I've got some other ideas for you, haven't I, which we've got on a little slate. Let's have a little look at that. These have all got the offer on as well, where if you go £99 more, you'll go from sea view up to the sea terrace. So essentially an ocean view to balcony upgrade. First one, VV170, which is the modern med to the ancient Aegean, 11 nights going on the 13th of October at 1499. Again, just talk to the team if you want more details on this. VV174 is the ancient Aegean to the modern med. So that's the same as the first one, but the other way around, isn't it? At 1299 going on the 24th of October. And then we have got VV172, which is the Caribbean, San Juan, St. Vincent, Barbados and more. 2199 going on the 8th of January, and that includes a 3-night stay in San Juan in Puerto Rico. You lucky people. If you want to know any more about any of those, then just speak to the team on the magic number 0800 953 4701. Jenny, I can't believe we've run out of time already, but you know your homework between now and coming back the next time. Mm-hmm. And when are you going next on a ship that you know of?
21st of July.
Okay, fantastic. You know what to do. The video from there.
The hammock.
We want to know the technique getting in and out.
Right, okay.
And we want the fishnet stocking look from the lines that the hammock leave. No, you don't have to do all of that. But thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you for having me. I've
come
really
back
enjoyed
again
it.
soon, please, and come and see us, because we love talking about Virgin. We really do. So thank you so much for coming all the way up here at this time of night to do this crazy show, because it's time for me to go over there. And you know why? Yes, time for the wheel. It's time for the wheel. It's time to hopefully get that to land back there at Free Cruise. Fingers crossed. We are dialing someone right now. If your phone rings, I want you to turn your telly down and pick up the phone. Who am I ringing? Do I know? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, is that Dennis?
It is, yes.
Hello, Dennis. It's Derek from the telly. How are you?
Oh, I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You are live on TV, so please don't say anything inappropriate or rude. Where are you, Dennis?
I'm in Manchester.
Lancaster. I used to work at Lancaster. Oh, did you say Manchester?
Yes, Manchester.
Oh, Manchester. I thought you said Lancaster. Sorry. Anyway, so you're only down the road, Dennis. Fantastic. How many cruises have you been on, Dennis?
I've been on 4 cruises now.
Okay, which was the most recent one?
The most recent one was to Valletta. Went to Valletta and then up to Croatia.
What was the
Split, Dubrovnik?
Which cruise ship?
Trieste.
Which cruise ship
It was P&O Azura.
P&O Cruises, if you don't mind. Azura. Fantastic.
Yes.
Right, let's see. Can you see the telly from where you are?
I can't.
Oh, you can't? Okay, don't worry. It's fine.
I can't.
You can. Dennis?
I can now, yes, Sarah.
Dennis, can you see where that's just landed?
Oh no!
Dennis, you have won a free cruise thanks to Cruise Deals Live. I tell you what, amazing. That's incredible. Well done. How do you feel?
I'm speechless.
Well,
I'm speechless.
Okay, you have a speechless moment, but watch this and we'll show you where you're going.
Okay.
Congratulations! You've just won the most incredible 7-night getaway with MSC Cruises. Departing on the 1st of November this year, you'll board the fabulous MSC Preziosa in Southampton for a no-fly Gems of Northern Europe discovery. You'll get to enjoy all the glitz and glamour on board as you cruise to Hamburg, Rotterdam, Zeebrugge for Bruges, and Le Havre, the port for Paris. From everyone at Cruise1st, have the holiday of a lifetime, and don't forget to send us a postcard.
Well, Dennis, 1st of November, we've got your cruise sorted. How does that feel?
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you, Derek.
And Dennis, you don't have to go on your own, by the way. I don't know if you normally cruise solo or not, but you can take somebody else with you as well. Who are you going to take?
Oh, probably have to bring the wife.
Oh, probably best. What's her name?
Claire.
Is she with you now?
She is, yeah.
Does she know you've just won a cruise?
Yes, she does.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Honestly, this always comes out of the blue for us. We just never know. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different. We've done 7 shows, and this is the second time that we have given away a cruise in 7 shows. And Dennis, I could not be happier. Have you got anything booked right now, just out of interest?
No, not for this year, no.
Well, you have now, and you're not paying for it, which is absolutely amazing. Listen, I'll get someone from the office to give you a call tomorrow, and we will sort it all out and make the booking for you. But you're going 1st of November on a Gems of Northern Europe cruise with MSC, you lucky thing. And I'm guessing, will it be places that you haven't been to before? It's going to Belgium and Holland and Hamburg in Germany and Le Havre in Paris. Have you been to any of those?
No, I haven't been.
Happy days. Fantastic. Dennis, lovely to talk to you. Have a wonderful cruise. We do want a postcard as well. You can send us a picture postcard via email, whichever way you do it. Have a fantastic cruise. Have a wonderful time, and thanks for watching.
Thank you, Derek.
Very welcome. I love giving away cruises, as you know. That's amazing. That's why we did this show. That's why we created it. We've had this wheel on TV before. On another show we did a couple of years ago, and we wanted to do it live because there is nothing more exciting than being able to spin that wheel. We've now spun it 7 times on 7 live shows, and twice now we've given away a cruise. Listen, before we go, I think we should remind ourselves of the showstopper, shouldn't we, really? And here it is. Right. Wow. I am so excited for Dennis and his wife. This is your showstopper. This, again, with MSC. It's a late deal coming up for you for a 2-week cruise to Spain and Portugal that goes on the 13th of July, which is only 25 days, did you say, Mr. P? 25 days away. You're going to have 2 weeks of fabulous cruising on MSC Virtuosa. You are going to absolutely love this. Now, listen, you might not have got to come through and spin the wheel tonight, but it's kind of like being a winner, being on the show anyway, because the price of this cruise right now, and you can go and look up the ship and the date on the website msccruises.co.uk. Don't worry, you don't need to do it now. We've got a picture of it anyway. The price on their website for this cruise on this date is £1,029 per person. Your price with us tonight as the showstopper is £899 per person. So that's £130 less, excuse me, per person to book this cruise with us here at Cruise1st. And if anything needed to prove to you, I mean, especially after over the last few weeks, we have literally saved you hundreds of pounds versus the cruise line website themselves. So, you know, you can go out and you can tell everybody. And if you will be kind enough to go out and tell everybody, you know, a lot of people think that actually you're going to always get the best deal by going straight to the cruise line themselves. But I hope we've shown you over the last few weeks, and we'll carry on, of course, showing you on the channel 24 hours a day how we get you some unbeatable and exclusive deals, which is incredible. It's such a nice ship as well, MSC Virtuosa. I will run through where you're going. We'll see a list of where we're going in a moment. We're going down to Spain and Portugal. So La Coruña, Cadiz, Malaga, Alicante, Palma de Mallorca, Barcelona, Valencia. We call into Lisbon, and then we've got a couple of days at sea back into Southampton. And that is your cruise there for £899 per person. It is incredible, let me tell you. I would get on that as quickly as you can. Remember, the phone lines are open all the way through until 10 o'clock tonight, so you can carry on keeping in touch with us all the way through until 10 o'clock tonight. This has been very, very popular indeed, actually. I'm not surprised at all. It's come along at the perfect time, hasn't it, really? We've had a rubbish summer so far. Like, it comes and goes, like the weather shows us summer and then says, nah, not yet, and then takes it away, and then it pours down again for another week. So there you go, there's where you're going. $899 is your price. MSC 511 is your TV reference for that one. Take advantage of that showstopper. It's absolutely fantastic. If you want to add premium extra drinks to it, it's just £30 per person per day, half the normal price. Do it when you book, it makes so much sense. It's an extra, what, 210 quid to go all inclusive on that one, which when you look at the price, it's ridiculous. There is the price of this cruise just before we came on air, $1,029 per person. And here's our price right now, $899 per person. Right, let's do some final comments before the end of the show, because I've got something to tell you. Amanda Shaw says, hi, Cruise1st. My first cruise, should I say, first cruise was last May with P&O Cruises, Arvia. Really wasn't sure, but we loved it. We're hooked, and we're going again this year, and we love your show. Thank you, Amanda, very kind. Rachel and David, first cruise was Morella 2019. Great show. P.S. Love the Derek doll. Oh, it's a cardboard cutout, the one that goes with the guest. Oh, do you mean the little figure? We'd have 1,000 of those made, shouldn't we, Mr. P? Nikki and Paul says our first cruise was Alaska in 2022 from Seattle on Celebrity Solstice. Absolutely spectacular. Went on Virtuosa this May to Norway, and that too was great. We've rebooked for next year on Virtuosa. You are so right. The ship is stunning. It really is beautiful. Hi, Derek. It's Derek here. Another Derek. Hooray! Watching our show. My first cruise was round the Med with Celebrity in 2002. Been on 3 more since. Love cruising and can't believe your prices. Will definitely be booking again. Great show. Thank you, Derek. Julian Ronnie says our first cruise was 2015 on Holland America's Rhine to the fjords. Started our love of cruising, 7 so far and another 2 booked. Amazing. Listen, I've got sad news, I'm afraid. Next week is our very last show in this series. Thank you, Rent a Crowd, bit late, but big surprises on the way for next week's show, and I'll tell you why we're coming to the end of this series, because there is something new on the way. I'm saying no more than that. I've said too much already. So you've got to be here. I'm sorry, even if the wing bag kicking is on the football, you'll have to bin that off for us. Next Tuesday, live at 8 o'clock on Tuesday, our last show in the series. Make sure you're there. Lots of love. Bye-bye.